Greetings, everyone, from wherever you're watching me from. I am Lisbon Productions, an Hollywood filmmaker. Well, I am here to throw more light on this much discussed issue of YulEdochie and Judy. I had already decided that I had to let the cat out of the bag so that people will know exactly what happened. Because from every indication, people had just conceived the wrong story. What people were condemning them for wasn't even actually what happened. It wasn't even in any way near to what happened that led to that second marriage and the rest. So I am here to throw more light on it, to say it the way it happened, and what led to it. First of all, I have to start with our industry, the way our industry is. This issue of YulEdochie and Judy, few of my colleagues, or if I can say many of them, know about this matter. This is their issue, the real story. But everybody's afraid to come out to talk because in one way or the other, he is a friend to many of them, you understand? And even when you want to talk or when you want to say it, how it happened, you see many of his colleagues attacking you. They know the way they attack producers and directors. So, but I've taken that bold step so that I'll guide people, because it's certain that when you are giving judgment and you give judgment on a wrong story, definitely it must have been a wrong judgment. Before you give a right judgment to something, you must have conceived a good story. The real story, how it happened. So let me start with Judy. From what I know, had been an Enugu-based artist, for such a long time. She had been there in this industry, for such a long time, and had not actually made her way to the top since she had been there. Probably because she's a very uninteresting artist. I don't see her as a good artist in terms of acting wise. She had been there, and I've seen a couple of her movies. She didn't perform wonderfully well. In fact, she didn't perform well at all. I know even the one she performed a little, probably the director must have guided her to do the little she did at that time. But generally, she had not been. Because there's one thing about good actresses. Once you're good, you'll be recommended from one production house to another. You understand? So she had been there. It's just that she sees the opportunity, having met with YulEdochie, grabbed the opportunity, feasted on YulEdochie's popularity, to make her own popularity. You understand? It's just that, what do I say? To rate YulEdochie fall prey to this girl. He's the kind of person that I've met with so many beautiful girls, much more prettier than Judy. But the question is, why would it be Judy that he would jeopardize the peace of his marriage for? So I will tell you exactly how it is, what led to it. Just listen carefully and make sure you don't miss out any of the wordings. Don't miss out anything I'm saying. I'm gonna say here now. If actually you want to get first class stories about many of these celebrities, it's a simple thing to do, and just be nice to your crew members. As a filmmaker you are, just be nice to your crew members. Be nice to all these upcoming artists. They are somehow relatively close to all these celebrities. Because take for an instance a makeup artist who is also part of the crew. So when they are making all these people up, they're always there when they are making their secret calls. You understand? Take their secret calls, and then they're always there. So from there, they know some things. And at some point, these people still discuss some of their private issues with all these crew members. Once you are being nice or being or probably not high-handed to all these crew members, trust me, you get all these first-class information about all these artists. So I think that's how all these things come back. Everybody, or let me say a few people, know about this. You understand? So what happened was that you all met Judy. How they came across each other, that's what I don't know. But they They came across each other. They met with each other, and before you knew what happened, they fell in love. So it was quite like, or to y'all, it was quite like maybe one of all those things, one of all those probably relationships. You understand? So, but until Judy Austin came up with an idea, a business idea. You understand? And such a business idea, YulEdochie thought maybe they could break the record with. And the business proposal was that they will start their separate productions, doing their own separate productions, whereby Judy Austin will be funding, and YulEdochie will be directing, and then making sure he recoups the money and all that. Which to me was at least a big it was a big venture. If not that the thing took a different turn. So when the thing, according to how they planned it, they executed as planned. And not until YulEdochie couldn't account for all this money that was left in his custody. Because Judy Austin was the one funding those different, because that time they were shooting different films, you understand, to their credit. Shooting many films. They have many films to their credit. They shot severally, back to back, serially. And YulEdochie was the one directing. So, and that was the point I had. YulEdochie had turned the director, even when I knew him as an artist. So I still digested that and kept my ears to the ground before the whole thing turned sour. YulEdochie mismanaged the fund. That was just the pure truth. When I'm talking about fund, I mean a whole lot of millions of naira, a heavy amount of money. And in addition to that, I see later heard that he borrowed another heavy amount from Judy Austin, which he couldn't pay back. And that was at the point he started doing Judy Austin's bidding, because there wasn't even any avenue. He wasn't even coming forth with any other avenue to pay back those money. And then Judy Austin, being the owner of the cash, you understand, I can't just allow YulEdochie to just go like that. You understand? So they had small tussle over the payment of this money. But at the end of the day, Judy Austin came up with an offer that YulEdochie should marry her, which YulEdochie consented to, but it shouldn't be immediate. According to how they planned it, it shouldn't be immediate. You understand? But they agreed that this girl, Judy Austin, will conceive for YulEdochie. Before you knew it, Judy Austin became pregnant. Before you knew it, she gave birth to that baby boy. And part of the agreement was that YulEdochie will announce the baby to the world as his biological son, which was the
things dey happen o. I hope una hear wetin dis Nollywood producer and director talk now. Direct from his mouth, like from the horse's mouth. Una hear wetin e say happen between YulEdochie and Judy Austin. What led to their sudden marriage? So last, na money na even make YulEdochie marry Judy Austin. Like Judy Austin borrowed him some money, and at the end of the day, he mismanaged the funds. So Judy Austin now came with an offer for them to get married. So Judy made YulEdochie to marry her as a business deal. Now I understand where the disrespect is coming from. No wonder YulEdochie behaves like someone under duress. All of this was well-calculated strategy from Judy Austin to pin down YulEdochie. Now, wow, YulEdochie, you jeopardized your marriage just to pay a debt? Kai! Judy Austin, how are you feeling now? How do you feel forcing a man to marry you because he couldn't pay off the debt, like the money you borrowed him? No wonder Judy was claiming YulEdochie's property, wanting by all means to be in that mansion, because you think say na your money na YulEdochie take build that mansion for Aja. Unfortunately, you failed. My people, more updates are still coming. There are bitter truths to this story when this Nollywood producer just tell us. As in talk, many of them for the industry know wetin dey happen, but they fear to come out come talk. So this marriage was never built on love, but but it was on business deal, agreement, on top money and debt. Things dey really happen. My people, drop your comments at the comment section. I'm Violet and this is Baz News. Hit on the follow button. And the least you can do to support me is help me share this video.